The most acclaimed and revered horror franchise in film history reaches its epic, terrifying conclusion as Laurie Strode faces off for the last time against the embodiment of evil, Michael Myers. Michael hasn't been seen for 4 years after the events of Halloween Kills. He was just as embarrassed.
He's like, oh, I don't know. I gotta maybe sit out live and let people forget about this.
Laurie lives with her granddaughter Allison and has chosen to liberate herself from fear and rage and embrace life. When a young man is accused of killing a boy he was babysitting, a cascade of violence and terror is ignited with a final confrontation between Laurie and Michael unlike any ever captured on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
She makes annual pies
Yes.
to become normal again.
So
God.
when we saw this in the theater,
yeah.
rest in peace, Barnhouse.
I know. Kevin Smith might make that a school, a film school.
I didn't know about
Please do it.
that. When we saw this, I just kept, because you wouldn't let me watch it on Peacock.
No.
I was like, yeah, I got to review. I'm just going to watch it on Peacock. It's worked out for kills. She's like, you can't. You have to go see it at the theater. I'm like, I guess I'm seeing it at the theater. All I heard, it was very divisive. Very, very, very divisive. We went and saw it. And I think I said to you in the theater, I was just like, oh, I see why people don't like this one. Like midway through. And after revisiting, I'm still like lukewarm. I appreciate what they were trying to do. It's just they don't fully commit to their idea. They chicken out at the end, and it gets a little messy. But I mean, it's not like the worst thing ever. But you rewatched it.
I tried.
How did you feel about it this time?
I rewatched it, and then by the time that Laurie makes the phone call that there's been a suicide, I'm like, oh, I need to fast forward through this. This is so
it
boring.
didn't work for you on a second viewing.
It didn't, and then a third. I tried again, and I couldn't.
Really?
Do it.
So what is it about it that's like not grabbing you this time?
It lags on the entire time.
It's pretty
so
slow.
boring.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm like, why he just turns into such a. Michael turns into a huge bitch in this movie. I don't know why he's hiding in a sewer. I don't know why, all of a sudden he can just get his ass kicked.
Well,
I just don't understand, what is happening.
His adrenaline was pretty rushing on Halloween 2018, like both those movies. After a while, it's like he was stabbed and shot a lot. He's recovering.
Yeah, but my dude literally is beat to hell and then kicks everyone's ass somehow at the end of the last movie. But he's like, nah, I'm good.
Then he got tired.
4 years tired. Oh my god.
Hey, but he has been killing the whole time.
I guess.
But look, he tied in Halloween 5 where he's in a sewer and eating rats in Resurrection.
Well, actually, it's implied, but the deleted scenes confirm it. He's been eating people the whole time. But they've been because he lives near that homeless camp.
Yeah.
I think that homeless guy feeds him because he knows who he is.
Oh my gosh.
If I remember right, someone said the novelization is that homeless guy who's outside of Michael's thing. Like he was also in the asylum. He was like one of the guys in the bus in 2018 who breaks out.
What is this? Jeepers Creepers 3?
I guess so, yeah. But no, there is a deleted scene where Corey, the new character, is running around. It goes a lot longer before Michael grabs him. He falls into a pit with just skeletons. So Michael's been killing and eating people this whole time.
Well, that would have been better to know that.
Yeah, it explains it. They never explain why there's carvings of Michael's face in the sewer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's just random ones. So yeah, he's been hiding out for 4 years. But we get this new element with Corey, who looks exactly like the guy from Christine, because this movie is also like a celebration of John Carpenter films. They're even watching the freaking Thing in the beginning.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But I remember the beginning I thought was like a pretty effective opening because
I agree.
You're waiting for Michael Myers.
You're right. The opening was good.
Yes, and I like what they were trying to do. We're like, hey, Michael's effect. It works more for this, I guess, after Halloween Kills. Yeah. The problem with Halloween Kills is that the town is acting like Michael has been attacking them every year, and it's like he only attacked once until this night. Yeah. This time, it makes a little bit more sense because he killed a lot of people at last Halloween.
And they're all blaming Laurie.
Yeah. Yes, but I like how they're showing, the whole beginning. It's like, is he killing some of these people, or is he just totally fucked the psyche of this whole town? Right. Or are people now murdering people knowing it'll get blamed on Michael? So I kind of like that. And I like what they were trying to do with Corey. And like you said, with Michael being a bitch.
Yeah.
If they actually committed to the evil taking shape, and it's like, yeah, the physical form of Michael is done, but his essence now lives in Corey, then they would have had something. But they got too scared to fully commit to it.
They didn't fully commit.
They didn't commit at all. And like it kind of like ruins the theme because the whole theme of the movie is like, yeah, evil takes shape and everything.
Yes.
And it's like, well, no, it didn't actually. And then you threw him in a meat grinder. So everything's fine.
Yeah, they just didn't do what they needed to do, in my opinion, to like really wrap this up correctly.
Well, the big problem with this trilogy is that 2018 did this idea so well.
Yeah.
Like her coming to grips with like her trauma and everything, and it did it so well. And that was a satisfying ending.
I thought so too.
Like I know it's ambiguous. Did he survive at the end?
Yeah.
But you could just it's you. That's like that one is still standalone for me. Like these two are like bonuses. I don't hate them, but I don't need them. 2018 is a good ending.
Yeah.
The character of Corey. Does he not do it for you? Because he has his own little fan base now.
That's always going to happen, though, in my opinion.
What did you think about him?
I'm conflicted. I just didn't like it. I don't know.
You liked it enough to get the cat mask.
I know, and I want the scarecrow.
you're like,
I
I don't like this movie. I can't even finish it, but I do need to buy it.
I think just because it's so obscure to me. Those two.
Mm-hmm. I do like. I did like that Michael had a friend because that's never happened before.
That's never
Oh
happened.
my gosh, the part where you think he's on the back of the motorcycle.
That so many people photoshopped Michael on the back.
I was praying.
Yeah. So I do like the tragedy of it. Like the town just won't forgive Corey.
Yeah.
But it's because
so
they never
sad.
got revenge for Michael, so they're blaming him.
It's
Because
also like,
Yeah.
I get what they're trying. It's not realistic.
no,
but
get over it.
yeah. But yeah, so I like what they're doing with Corey, and he looks into Michael's eyes, and there's that evil transference, I guess. But I like that he also revives Michael. Like, I feel like when Michael stabs the dude, he does a little jig.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. But I like that they're hanging out and they're bros. And I said that in the initial review. I love their bro fight in the sewer.
Yeah.
I was sad to see him die.
Corey?
Yeah.
Well, the ending you should have done is after they kill Michael, you cut back to the house and Corey's gone. Then that drives the whole evil takes shape thing home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they didn't do it. I like what they were trying to do with Laurie in this. Where she's like, hey, I was a basket case for like 40 years, and that ended up getting my daughter killed. So,
yeah. Well, yeah, she's got some remorse. I do think that she wasn't in it as much as she should have been.
Right.
Yeah, they really went into this like love angle
Yeah.
with Allison and Corey,
Yeah.
which was new for the franchise. But I mean, I guess you got to try new things once in a while.
And like the trailers made it seem like it was going to be way more Jamie oriented.
That was the problem.
Yeah.
They really made it seem like the whole movie was going to be one big fight between them, and that is not the case.
That was not the case at all.
What did you think of the random out of place radio DJ?
Oh yeah.
His kill was great. Look,
Yeah.
His kill was good.
Michael's kill.
Darcy was cheating.
Darcy was killed in it.
Yeah,
Darcy from
but they didn't show it.
No, they shot it, and she thought it was going to be on the DVD, and it wasn't.
That's lame.
I will say the Michael kills are pretty lame. Like, he stabs that smoking hot redhead. It needs to be more things. He stabs her up on the wall. It's like, I haven't seen that before.
No, yeah, his kills were weak.
His kills are weak, but Corey's kills, they go all out. And there is a lot of setup and payoff. Because, like, in the beginning, when he's working at the mechanics,
Right.
they show him, like, set up his whole thing. And then they do it all again, but this time he's burning the guy's face.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun. His kills are going, I love the guy's tongue on the record player.
Yeah.
Just flapping. That is
was
fucking
good.
awesome.
No, there's like some redeeming kills and stuff, but overall, just this one did not hit for me.
Yeah.
No,
It didn't hit for a
I
lot
can't
of
believe
people.
it did initially. It hit for me. And
Yeah, you
now
really
no.
dug it
Yeah,
at
you
the
liked
time.
it at first, and interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's happened. There's been movies
Had
that
to
I
get
liked
through
and
it.
then, like, on repeat viewings. I'm like, I think I liked it in that moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still like on the fence with this one. People either like really, really praise it a little
they?
too much. They're doing the whole like it'll be a cult classic in like 10 years. It's like, nope, there's too much competition. People just watch other movies.
Like the
Yeah.
Friday Part 5 effect. People like all of a sudden like that movie now, which is
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
I mean, that movie does have good kills.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
not that bad. See, that's a movie that committed to
That's
the
true.
copycat.
Yeah.
That's my problem with the series. It's like, let's go with the whole shape idea. Like, it doesn't have to be Michael. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you're doing the mask because you got to sell merch, as long as you keep the outfit,
Yeah.
it can be someone else.
Sure.
I would have been fine with that idea.
Yeah.
But they set it up with Jamie and they drop the ball. They just will never commit to this. And it's like, just fucking try it. Scream does it all
They
the
do.
time.
They
Right,
do.
that's true.
Yeah. So that was a letdown. And then David Gordon Green. You know, David Gordon Green, maybe he phoned this one because he was working really hard on Exorcist Believer. Do you think?
Oh no, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the problem. Right now, fucking David Gordon Green is in trouble.
Look. I will defend David Gordon Green's Halloween trilogy. Because again, I love 2018.
I do too.
Kills is enjoyable, and I like what they were trying to do here. I will never defend Believer. Believer was awful. Believer was so bad.
Not good, dude.
Dude, they have to get Mike Flanagan to do the next one.
Yeah.
And it's not, that was supposed to be a trilogy, and they're like, nope, scrap all those plans. We spent too much money, so we have to make them, but get rid of everything.
But with this movie, the producers behind it are big fans of the franchise. That's why I just don't understand.
Well, I mean, this was again, they did the really, really good one, the story they wanted to tell. And then they did their schlocky one. And then they were like, you know what? Let's try
something different.
Let's
Really
try
different.
some new things. Let's take some risks. And if it fails, who cares? It's the final one. And that is one thing I will give them credit for.
When you put it that way, I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
I will give them credit that they killed Michael Myers and they super killed him.
They killed the shit out of him.
Because they knew people were going to be like, all right, if it's ambiguous, we're going to get shit. If we cut his head off but don't show it. Like, so they make sure he's unmasked.
Yeah.
They bleed him out. And then they're like, not enough. We're going to put him in the grinder. And they... I remember to you in the theater when they first showed that metal grinder, I'm like, oh, someone's getting thrown in that.
Yeah.
And I was waiting the whole movie. Like when he kills the people at the mechanics, I'm like, oh, well, obviously one of them were going. I'm like, then midway through, I'm just like, why has no one got thrown? And then when the girl says not dead enough, I went, oh my God, they're going into the meat grinder.
So great. Yeah, that part, that was dope.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, whether you like it or not, I'm like, at least they were true to their word. Because, Blumhouse, Jason Blum, he said he only wanted to do 3. Yeah. After Paranormal Activity Next of Kin, he was like, all right, we're done just shitting out sequels. We'll do 3 of these and we'll move on to something else. But yeah, it's still controversial. It has its fans, but yeah, I don't know. It's more interesting than this, I guess.
I don't know.
But I guess we are at that moment now. Guys, what is the worst Halloween part 4?